All right, man. We should be live now, man. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Boy, YouTube be switching shit up and don't even be telling you, like in the newsletter. Okay, we switching this up. Hey, man, heads up, man. YouTube be on some bullshit with that, man. They need to, do a better job of, sending letters out. I want to make sure we live, man. Because now you gotta start up live two different spots. You gotta stream, you gotta start it up on your encoder, and then you gotta start it up live on the mainstream, which makes no sense. Man. I don't understand. They just continue to fucking just switch shit up. It just don't make no sense. Easy baby 1988 salute. Appreciate the love, support, man. Don't forget y'all can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Fastest way is Twitter, then Instagram, then Facebook. Also, if you haven't, check out our Facebook group as well. If you want to check that out, appreciate everybody that show love in there. Other than that, man, today we're gonna talk about Errol Spence says he is own boss. Bud and Brook almost done. Gary Russell ducking Devin Haney. Also, Canelo taking on Billy Joe Saunders. I gotta fix that. So give me a minute. I'll fix that, man. Moving a little bit too fast. But yeah, that's what we'll be talking about today. Appreciate everybody that will check in and everybody that watch it on the replay as well. So see if I can change. I know niggas like, who is NJS with Billy Joe Saunders? Shit. I had to figure this out. I could have went over to StreamYard, but I'm like, no, because I'm gonna need to use this again, and I better figure it out now. Uh, but yeah, we can start off with let's start off with Errol today. Errol, I mean on Twitter, I seen it on Bushido Boxing Channel, and then one of my subs sent it to me on Instagram. On Twitter, Bud basically says he his own boss and don't nobody tell him what to do. This, that, and the third. Then a nice amount of fans said, "Then make the Terrence Crawford fight since nobody tell you what to do." And that's a valid point. You know what I'm saying? At some point, he be feeling himself, he be feeling good, and this, that, and the third. But we know dudes that signed with Al Heyman. Al Heyman got like a disparagement or a non-disclosure agreement where you can't really say if you unhappy, you can't speak bad on them, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But also in exchange for him not taking a 33.3% going rate, whatever it is, for taking like 10 or 15 or 20%, he basically get control of your boxing career. You know what I'm saying? That's the trade off. He won't control. And Errol Spence saying he controlled his own career, which, some people brought up. He said that Al gave him four options and this, that, and the third, and he his own promoter. The Charlo said we their own promoter. Then they turn around and the Charlo twins said we don't pick our fights, we don't do this, we don't do that. At the end of the day, sometimes it's best to be quiet. I know for a fact that Al Heyman apparently turned down Randall Bailey for Errol Spence at one point. And Randall Bailey may be one of the biggest punchers that ever come through 40, 47. I think he went up to 154 as well too. And Randall Bailey said he didn't know if Errol Spence knew about it. Al may have just vetoed it. You know what I'm saying? And that by far would have been probably the biggest puncher Errol Spence faced, even going past Crawford and Kell Brook and Manny Pacquiao and this, that, and the third. But at the same time with him, you can't, now people gonna want you to go out there and press the buttons and make the fight happen. You know what I'm saying? And we don't know who he was talking to in response or what some people giving him a hard time. But if you your own boss, then shit, you need to go out there and make shit shake. That's it. We need to go out there, ball game 15 salute. We need to go out there and make the fights the fans want to see. We want you to go out there and fight Terrence Crawford. That's all. We ain't asked you to go up to 160, go up to 54 pounds and beat Thanos and go up to heavyweight and beat Magneto. No, we asking for one fight. We asked for one fight. And you telling us you press your own buttons. You know what I'm saying? You control your own destiny. Then again, now people saying you ducking. So it ain't Al holding you back according to you. It's you holding you back. Then again, you reversing and said, well, me and Al always talk about fighting Terrence Crawford and doing this. You act like you going to the fucking Twilight Zone to go fight the big bad Twilight Wolf. It just don't make no sense. It ain't hard. You know what I'm saying? At 30 years old, you can snap your way into the Hall of Fame. You could beat Terrence Crawford and be a 3-belt champion. three belt title holder. You know, and you be on your way to being the 4-belt title holder. First 4-belt title holder that ever came through the welterweight division. That's it. We not asking you to go do nothing beyond that. If you win, you know, some fans gonna discredit you. If you lose, some fans gonna say you was never that good. So if it ain't Al Heyman holding them back, what is holding them back? You know what I'm saying? You sound good when you seen Crawford face to face. It felt good. It looked good. You know, so what stop you from fighting the guy that got wobbled on the chin? Telling us it ain't Al. You telling us it ain't your manager. You telling us it ain't your father. It ain't Derrick James. You the one that pushed the buttons. Then all we asking for is deliver the fight. You know, openly when you ask about Crawford, oh, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, oh, I move up and beat Canelo, or I move down and beat Canelo. He said I weigh more than that. You know, we tired of you, you know, throwing shit out there. People tired of that shit. Lavish salute. If you your own boss, then show us. Go out there and beat Danny Garcia, and then make the Bud fight happen after you clear your mandatory up with the IBF. I'm standing at 47. Don't no promoter manager tell me what to do. Well, that ain't what the contract say. Al Heyman got to sign off everything you do. Everything you do, Al Heyman in boxing got to sign off on it. He talk Ali 3 when he talk like Keith talk about him about Bud. Exactly. And that's being a hypocrite. I'm telling y'all, he Keith Thurman Jr. You know, he just be coming out the blue with this shit. I don't know if he indirectly answering people tweets and this is way of subtweeting. Like, dude, right now everybody focus on you fighting Danny Garcia. You training in Houston with, you know, Big Mel. You doing all that shit, man. We just, you know, focus on, you know, you fighting Danny Garcia and we'll jump after that. They Last Sports TV salute. That's it. You know, this dude, you know, this dude wild, man. This dude wild. This dude say, hold on. Give me a minute. He said, I'm it at 47. No promoter control what I do or manager. And that's in his mind. Like in his mind, he think he, you know how Rick Ross say, I think I'm Big Meech. Like he think he the real Rick Ross. That's how Errol Spence see himself. Errol Spence see himself being bigger than the division, bigger than the sport. You know, he feel like he Floyd Mayweather, making all that money, you know, fighting Ricky Hatton, fighting Marquez, and you know, fighting Pacquiao. He feel like he really think that's him. You know, when a nigga say, "Oh, I'm it at 47," like nigga, you ain't above the division. You ain't no transcendent superstar. You ain't no cash cow. You stand next to Canelo, you look like a little mini midget. You stand next to Anthony Joshua, and you stand next to Triple G, you ain't shit. Triple G getting 14 M's a fight, plus equity in the company. Shit, compared to Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, you a little nigga. Legitimately. Bushido, salute. CA Book, salute. You was a little nigga compared to them. I'm the cash cow at 47, and like, hold on. You getting peanuts compared to them. You ain't even on Wilder level. You ain't even on Fury level. They just made 30 M's a piece plus pay-per-view back-end money. Oh, T.I. said that, shout to Lion Killer. You acting like the motherfucker, you going to the Hall of Fame. You not. Not right now. Well, you know, I'm in at 40. Like, nigga, you ain't shit. And that's what's wrong with these dudes. These dudes think that's why the Charlos gotta walk around with the jewelry on and the bag full of money and getting robbed in Brooklyn. That's what you like. Jay-Z got money, he got fame. Jay-Z ain't got to walk around with all this jewelry on, and Nas ain't got to walk around with all this jewelry on. You know what I'm saying? When you see Nas, you see Jay, you see M, you see Fifth, you see Tip. You know what I'm saying? You know who they is. They didn't matured. They didn't matured way beyond needing jewelry to get noticed. You know what I'm saying? Errol, I'm it at 47. Like, nigga, we not sure if you can beat Manny Pacquiao. And if you it at 47 and we play tag, you it. Last time I checked, you don't chase Manny Pacquiao if you that guy 47. Everybody will gravitate towards you like the gravitational pull that the earth has. If you that guy, everybody gonna gravitate towards Errol Spence. Everybody got to see Errol Spence. That's a fact. You chasing Manny Pacquiao. This ain't a 30-year-old superstar, 35-year-old superstar. You chasing the faded star in the universe. If you it, I ain't chasing a motherfucker. This ain't tag. What you chasing Manny Pacquiao for? Everybody should be chasing Errol Spence, Terrence, Danny, Sean, Keith, Pacquiao. Everybody should be chasing you. And if you truly it, then you got motherfuckers at 54 who calling you out. Rosario. Shit, fuck Charlo. If we train together or not. Charlo. J-Rock. Harrison. That's what happened when you really that guy. When Floyd was that guy, you had motherfuckers calling Floyd from every weight class. 54, Triple G at 60. Bernard, I think Andre Ward called him out one time. People forget that. You know, when you that guy, everybody, it's like Canelo. 75 pounders, 68 pounders, 60 pounders, 54 pounders, 147 pounders calling that man out. You know what I'm saying? If Errol Spence is worth, nigga, you just became worth the risk. Only reason Errol Spence became worth the risk is because they threw him on pay-per-view versus Mikey. And also, Mikey went the distance, so he didn't hurt Mikey. People didn't see Mikey on the floor, and people didn't see Mikey bleeding like that or toe up. So people say, you know what? One, I fight Errol Spence, I can get my first pay-per-view like Danny Garcia. Two, look, I ain't gonna get hurt that bad. Look at Mikey Garcia. If I do try like the little engine that could, and I can't do it, well, Errol Spence ain't no Mike Tyson. He ain't gonna open me up and go for the kill. He just gonna outbox me and get the decision and play it safe. So when he fought Mikey Garcia, you know, those was the two deciding factors for Sean Porter to take a risk. For Mikey Garcia, I mean not Mikey, but Danny Garcia to take a risk. That's all they need to see. When they see Mikey make it through that fight with no real lumps and bruises, you know what I'm saying? He didn't get dropped or nothing. They say, you know what? I'll get on pay-per-view, and he's not gonna hurt me. I can take that risk. That's the two reasons why he became a risk that people wanted to take. Mikey Garcia did more for Errol Spence than put some money in his pocket. Now, had he went out there and told Mikey Garcia out the frame, and Mikey Garcia was in a full body cast and he couldn't walk, or he left the fight like Timothy Bradley left versus Pacquiao won in the wheelchair and all that shit, then we might be able to say, all right, maybe nobody really gonna risk it. But when they threw the biggest risk, the biggest thing that got Errol Spence, people starting to want to fight him as far as his peers on PBC, was now I get to be on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? It's like you convincing somebody and shit like, hey man, just do this shit, man, and man, we gonna put you on. Man, for real, man. Yeah, man, for real, man. We gonna put you on. We gonna diamond chain, all right, man, I'll do it. That's all it was. They threw Errol Spence and Mikey on pay-per-view, then they started throwing everybody on pay-per-view. There's some motherfuckers on pay-per-view that's coming up that is not pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? The Charlo twins ain't no pay-per-view. Javante and Leo ain't no pay-per-view. And Danny Garcia damn show ain't no pay-per-view fight. You know what I'm saying? When they threw Mikey and Earl on pay-per-view, that was it. They was like, you know what, man? I'll fight that nigga now, man. Mama can see me on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay to see this now. That's all it was. Nigga, you ain't it. It is Sugar Ray Leonard. Motherfucker jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Ray Leonard. Middleweights waiting to fight Ray Leonard. 140-pound Aaron Rodgers calling the fight Ray Leonard. Being it is Manny Pacquiao in his heyday, making motherfuckers, draining motherfuckers just to come fight him. Margarito was a 54-pounder. He came down 4 pounds to fight Manny Pacquiao for a payday. You ain't bringing that type of payday, Negro. Anthony Joshua is a payday. Tyson Fury is a payday. Deontay Wilder now is a payday. Canelo Alvarez is a payday. Golovkin is a payday. Now you ain't even on the B team. The A team is AJ, Canelo, Fury, and Wilder now. Because Wilder and Fury, they made that bag. B team is like Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? Like guys like Golovkin is a B team. Like Errol Spence ain't even on the B team. Every time Golovkin go in there and fight, man, that's 14 million plus equity in the company. He fight 2 times a year, he get 28 million. He fight Canelo next year in May, they supposed to be fighting. He probably gonna bring home $20-something million. So what kills me is this dude going, that's the problem. He think he worth more than what he worth because Al Heyman overpaying him or Al Heyman blowing his head up. Hey, this dude ain't no pay-per-view fighter. He don't deserve to be on pay-per-view. That's why he did 200,000 with Sean. And it depends on who Canelo fight for him to be pay-per-view. It depends. If Canelo don't fight Rocky Fielding on pay-per-view, he ain't doing $1 million. Him and Liam Smith did, I can't remember what, 350? 360? Golovkin and Danny Jacobs did like what, 200,000, 150,000? Come on, Tom. I'm it at 47. Like, nigga, you ain't it. Like, you just got 2 belts. E-dub salute. Right now, you the number 1 welterweight based on just longevity. That's it. It ain't like you. It ain't look. It ain't like you took that lightweight and put that motherfucker in a pine box and we said a prayer. Grace. It ain't like you went. It ain't like you It ain't like you beat like Sean Porter by like 10 lengths, 2 lengths. You beat that motherfucker by the hair of your chinny chin. If you went for the knockdown, shit, you could have lost or it could have been a draw. And Sean Porter is just your average neighborhood welterweight. You know what I'm saying? He like that dog in the neighborhood that almost can catch you, but he can't catch you. That's Sean Porter. Sean Porter is the most valuable participant in boxing history. I ain't seen motherfuckers have more close calls than Sean Porter in my life in boxing. You know what I'm saying? Most valuable participant. He win the participation award every year in boxing. And now you about to fight Danny Garcia. And if you don't go out there and destroy Danny Garcia, and it's a life and death fight with Danny Garcia, then at the end of the day, you're not in at 47. You showing no separation. So if you step up and fought Sean and it was a close fight, you fight Danny or lose, or if you win, it's a close fight. Most people gonna think if you step up to Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao, if you step up another level, which is levels to this shit, you're gonna lose. Because we talking about 2 bargain basement welterweights. Keith Thurman beat one of them motherfuckers 4-5 years ago, be another one 3 years ago. So common sense says if you step up again versus Danny Garcia, if you go from rookie to all-star and you step up to Keith the superstar or Pacquiao to what is it now? Forget all Madden, whatever the fuck you call it, man. Basic motherfucking, thought is you gonna lose. That's honest truth. Ain't no real separation between you and the PBC pack. There's no separation. Now, if you go out there and you blow Danny Garcia out the water and you knock him out, then we like, oh shit, that ain't never been done to Danny Garcia before. He said after Canelo, the money man is AJ, then Errol level. No, he not. What are you talking about? Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury just made $30 million fighting each other plus back end money. How's Errol above them? Before that, Deontay Wilder got $20 million to fight Luis Ortiz. Before that, Deontay Wilder got $20 million to fight on Showtime versus Dominic Breazeale. He got 20 M's to fight on Dominic Breazeale. Errol Spence can't get that money to fight on none of them networks. You see how motherfuckers try to lie? Triple G get more money than Errol Spence and equity in the company. So how's Errol Spence before Triple G? How's he before Deontay Wilder? How's he before Tyson Fury? How's he before Canelo Alvarez, Anthony Joshua? You stupid. Stupid as hell. Tell Errol Spence to go in there and fight motherfucking Rod Salk and get $14 million. That's what Golovkin doing with equity in PBC. Golovkin going to fight Kamil Zamata November 7th, right? He getting $14 million in equity. Canelo about to take a pay cut to fight Billy Joe Saunders for $15 million. Guaranteed. Plus equity probably if he take the deal. Errol Spence can do that? No. He ain't no money man, nigga. Y'all be killing me on that shit. How you the money man and you doing 200,000, 300,000 pay-per-view? He ain't never did the 700 to 800,000 that motherfucking Wilder and Fury did. He said he got a guaranteed 2 or 3 million for Porter and Mikey. Motherfucking Amir Khan got a guaranteed $5 million for fighting Terrence Crawford. His pay-per-view guarantee, Bud getting more than that. Getting more than that in a regular fight. You know what I'm saying? He getting more. That's less than what Bud get a regular fight that ain't pay-per-view. And then he ain't selling shit. Come on, y'all talking about, oh, he got this. You can't just take the pay-per-view money and split it between the fighters. You got promoters, networks, managers. Fox got to get paid. Showtime got to get paid. Come on, man. Get out of here. He said Earl under all the name is tears. He under them. Earl on his way. On his way? Like, come on, bro. Like, if he on his way, then how do we get there? You're not going to fight Terrence. Danny Garcia in the pandemic, you're going to get smoked because check this out. Like, the shit you got to think about. November 7th, Ryan Garcia could be fighting Luke Campbell. Triple G could be fighting that same day, right? The next week, Canelo could be fighting Billy Joe Saunders. It could be the 5th or the 12th of December, right? Before that, after that, it could be Roy and Mike. I think Earl and Danny Garcia, and then Roy and Mike. Come on. At the end of the day, people gonna pay $20 to get Golovkin and Canelo in a month. Then they gonna rather pay for Roy and Mike. Ain't no telling what Dana White got planned for November. Ain't nobody ordering no Danny Garcia and Errol Spence. And then ain't no promotion. Dana White taking all the money. Eric H. Salute. Dana White sucking all the money. And then you got Canelo fighting. And then you got Golovkin could be fighting in November. Ryan Garcia could be fighting. Then you gonna have Dana White. Then you got Roy and Mike. Man, ain't gonna be no money in November for them niggas, dog. I kind of guarantee that fight ain't gonna happen that day. I got a feeling that Danny and Earl not gonna happen. Could be wrong, just a feeling. Ain't no money around there. Then you go to October. Khabib and Justin Gatley. Like, that's gonna probably be the most badass combat fight of the year. That same day you got Gervonta taking on Leo Santa Cruz. Ain't nobody. Showtime and Fox is doing a horrible job promoting. Boxing Syndicate said, on his way as a 30-year-old dude struggling with Keith leftovers. The journey is almost done. I mean, the journey could be almost done, but they say a peak for a prize fighter is around 30, 31, 32. It depends. The peak for a prize fighter is around that age. And think about it. You know, Manny Pacquiao's the biggest fight he got left. In y'all opinion. Because he's not going to fight Bud. So he go to 54. Do we go to 54? You know, Lion Killer think he should jump up to 160. But what's that 160? But heartache and ass whooping. If Jamal move up, you know, Demetrius move up, you know, ain't nothing left there. Canelo gonna move up to 68 pretty soon after Golovkin. You know what I'm saying? Permanently. Like at 60, ain't nothing there. Errol Spence ain't a motherfucker that can go somewhere and pull a pay-per-view by himself. Can't do it. He can't pull it by himself. So who he gonna dance with? Even if him and them Lion Only boys fought, ain't nobody gonna watch that shit. Ain't gonna do no numbers. So really, this the end of the line for this nigga right here. Cause ain't no money above 47 for him. Unless he gonna go to 68 and chase Canelo, ain't no money for him. Said Canelo, what Canelo about to retire? You contract at the zone. Canelo accepting 15. Canelo gonna set. He gonna set what they or wait. Depends. I'm watching Errol and Danny at Twin Peaks. I ain't ordering it. I'm just ordering the Charlo and Roy. Yeah, I'm ordering those too. It could be even that gallery. Come on, that's the same day as Tank and Leo. Arthi Benavidez and Plant. That fight ain't happening no time soon without two belts. That's still support at the bar movie. Ain't no fucking. That's word of mouth support. They ain't counting no motherfucking pay-per-views. Everybody, it ain't no different than streaming that hoe. He said everybody's peak is different. Cats like Vargas started out early and got done early. Yeah, it depends. But like I said before, he believe he bigger than what he is, and that's the problem. A lot of these dudes believe they bigger than what they are. They need to be humble. Put them motherfuckers in Greystone, with a whole bunch of celebrities in that motherfucking, and watch nobody know who the fuck they is. You know what I'm saying? They think they stars, but they not, bro. They got some money, but they ain't got no fame. Let's move on. All right, Brook and Bud almost done. All right. I told you that shit was done. They probably got that shit done. I heard it was been done, right? They probably working out some minor adjustments. People saying, well, 1.5 for Kell Brook that's left. But what's funny is when a whole bunch of dollionaires laugh at 1.5, who ain't never made 1.5, who ain't made 0.000000000% 1% of 1.5. 1.5 is, I miss the days where we'll be chopping it up about boxing, not what fucking Trinidad was getting, not what Mike was getting. Everybody wanted to become an accountant. Kell Brook never built a resume as far as the names in America. Let's establish that. That fight can't go on pay-per-view. Kell Brook has no name in America. He fought Carson Jones, I believe, once in America, and I don't even think that was on TV. And he fought Sean Porter on Showtime and never came back. So how does a dude demand what Amir Khan got in the pandemic? Amir Khan is an international name. You could put Amir Khan and Crawford on pay-per-view in the UK, and it could be pay-per-view in America more than Kell Brook because Amir Khan fought Zab Judah, he fought Marcos Madonna. Amir Khan built a resume after he got knocked out by British Prescott in America. He built that. Chris Algieri. So Amir Khan is a household name. Don't forget he's a silver medalist as well too. Kell Brook ain't built no name. Kell Brook known for pulling out. Like you messing with a girl, you ain't wear no condom. Oh baby, did you kill Brook? Oh yeah, baby, I pulled out. Yeah, I killed Brook that hoe. She thought she was getting a baby of child support out of me. I killed Brook that hoe. Niggas going around saying kill Brook. Did you kill Brook out of her? Yeah, man, I killed Brook that I pulled out. Yeah, man, come on, man. He was known for pulling out. Khan washed up. So was motherfucking Kell Brook. What are you talking about? Kell Brook was washed up when Errol Spence fought him, bro. Looking at it in hindsight. Niggas killed me. Oh, he washed up. Man, nigga, a lot of people pinned Danny Garcia and Sean Porter washed up. Yeah. Danny Garcia shot like 7 L's on his resume, dog. Come on, y'all wasn't saying Chris Algieri was washed up. That motherfucker had lost 2 of his last 3. He lost 2 of his last 3 before he fought Errol Spence. Talk about that shit. Lamont Peterson fought once in 3 years before he fought Errol Spence. Come on. Come on, man. You motherfuckers want to be technical. I don't really care for the Kell Brook fight. I'm never going to fake the funk. I'd rather him move up and fight to share, but maybe it's some politics about keeping both his belts. Watch Bud. Hey, watch Bud. If he move up, fight the chair, and he got to drop that welterweight WBO. Watch that motherfucking Sean Porter become the mandatory and fight a nigga like Custio Clayton and get the belt. Guaranteed. If Terrence dropped that WBO belt, Sean Porter be there to pick that hoe up. He said, yeah, they both watched, but Kell Brook will fuck him up, boy. Boy, who the fuck you calling a boy? Who we gonna fuck up before I boot you up out of here? You want to make a bet on it? Matter of fact, hit me up on social media. We get you on the phone right now. I get you on the Google number right now. You can tell me how Kell Brook gonna fuck him up. Heavy hitter boxing, salute. See how nigga, Kell Brook gonna fuck him up, but then it's gonna turn to, Kell Brook was washed up. Kell Brook wasn't comfortable at the weight. Kell Brook. They lost again? I wasn't watching that shit today. I didn't even know the games was on. Came from Menchie's and shit. They lost again? Jeez Louise. Oh, they up by somebody up by 1. Oh damn, they up by 11. Jeez Louise. Man, he got to be the first. Is he the first MVP to get swept? Second round. You see, Darren Hall ain't respond, so he gonna get the boot anyway. I ain't playing. If you wake up, you can't comment. You gotta pay to get unblocked. Nah, it's $10, man. I'm dead. I'm not unblocking nobody else again. It's $10 to get unblocked. Don't talk about could you unblock me. $10. I don't care who blocked you. Kill good welterweight. I will still stay top. He ain't no top 10 welterweight nigga. Out of here. He ain't no top 10 welterweight nigga. Like, let's think about it. You got Manny, Errol, Keith, Terrence, Sean, Danny. That's 6. That's 6 right there. Then don't forget you got Ugas. That's 7. Who else we got out there? Virgil Ortiz. Would y'all say he top 10? I don't know. Jaron Ennis. That's 9. So it'll leave one spot that somebody I'm probably leaving off that I can't think of. That got to leave one spot. Maybe he might be right. Let's see where 47. I mean, Mikey Garcia and Kell Brook, who y'all taking? Josito Lopez, Sergey Lipietz, Rashidi Ellis, Qdoba, Kavalaskis. I don't know. Jamal James. Rayzone said, I don't know. He said, no, he beat Virgil. I know I'm right. I know, no, he beat. I mean, should I just name several more? He don't beat Ellis. I just named several more people. I don't know. Kill, you crazy. You smoking cock. Sideways, motherfucker. You smoking cock sideways, man. I think some of them go up to 54 and put. I know Jaron Ennis just. Somebody just personally told me they seen Jaron Ennis beat the fuck out of a 54 pounder in the gym in Philly the other day, like a week or 2 ago. Kell Brook ain't got it no more, dog. Maybe he do. I don't think so, man. You know, remember this nigga ducked Jaime Munguia, bro, when he had the belt. He just ain't got no feet. No, I just got the list. Hold on real quick. Yeah, so I mean, I got the list. I always keep the rankings listed up. So don't think I'm smart and all that shit. And I just got the list. That's no, that's just what I do. I always keep that boxing ranking list up. I use Fight News ranking list. It ain't always up to date, but it's pretty good. They updated and everything. So yeah, I use fightnews.com ranking. So And they tell you last time it was updated too, man. It used to. I always keep that in my tab, man. The web browser I use, especially for guys that want to use BoxRec, use Brave. Brave never allows any viruses or nothing in your shit. You don't get no pop-ups, no nothing. And they got the best private tab. So if you're doing some shit and you want to keep it private or whatever, they got they got a legit private tab. Google Chrome don't have a legit private tab. Oh yeah, Google. He said box rep top 25. I don't use that box rep. I don't like that ranking system, bro. Virgil and Boots and the Virgil and Boots is the future. Maybe. Brook and I'll be surprised if Brook don't get stopped. Who I said if it don't stop him, it don't count. I forgot who I said. I forgot who I said somebody if they don't stop him, it don't count. Can y'all remember who I said that about? I can't remember who I said it about. Who did I say that shit about? I said it like the other week. I said if they don't stop him, it don't count. Y'all like, no, you can't say that, CJ. You can't say that. I'm like, man, I can't remember what fight that was. It wasn't Errol. I can't remember who it was I said it about. But if Crawford don't stop him, it don't count. I'm gonna say it again. He said, no, I use malware bites privacy. I gotta check that out. If he don't, Zach Salute. If he don't stop Brook, it don't count. You could tell him I said it too. If Bud don't stop Brook, it don't count. But then again, this is what I really want to talk about. You got people like Fanon and Fanon is like it's a knuckle dragger, bro. Like, dude, like him, Dante, Boxing Nation, Dog, and Ego all suck cock sideways. Oh, Regis and Broner, my nigga Don always on. That's why Don got a wrench. Kind of Enigma salute. Regis and Broner, yep. I said if Regis don't stop him, it don't count. Sugar Short salute. But you make sure I hit the thumbs up button too. So yeah, I said Regis don't stop him, no count. But what I want to talk about is dudes like Fanon and Boxing Ego. Like he garbage too. I smack the fuck out of him. He garbage. I smack Fanon too. He ain't shit. He ain't nothing but a fucking Pillsbury dope boy. Ain't seen it sit up in his life. I smack shit out both of them hoe ass niggas. But they sit here pushing the narrative and shit. Dante and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this Dante's Boxing Nation. And you can't believe it. If your hairline is receding, come here. Come on, man. Fuck out of here, man. Like I said before, man. All these dudes, I've been consistent about what I've been saying. You feel what I'm saying? My consistency has been, I don't want to see the Brook fight. The Brook fight is, Kell Brook is done. They don't do much for Terrence Crawford. I've been consistent on that. You know what I'm saying? That's me. Bojack salute. Gennaro salute. I've been consistent on that. First, when a motherfucker said, "Oh, kill Brook," Bud ducking kill Brook. But Kell Brook said this. Bud ducking kill Brook. All right, Derek James said, "Well, that'll be his best name on his resume." Oh yeah, Bud ducking kill Brook. Then when they thought the fight was gonna get done like 2 months ago, oh man, this is another cherry pick. Kell Brook ain't did this. Then when the fight was gonna make, oh man, Kell Brook worth more than 1.5. Like damn, like pussies, can y'all take y'all L? Like pussy, pick a side of the street. Pussy, pick a side of the street. Either you riding with, he ducking Kell, or you riding with Kell ain't shit. You can't have both sides. Like that Deontay Wilder shit. Oh, Tyson Fury did this, did that. I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear it. Consistency. You know what I'm saying? Consistency. Like one man got the whole internet community mad because he won't do an interview. Have you ever heard some shit like that? Ness, oh man, fuck Crawford. Oh, well, Crawford, I love you. But then again, you were sitting there with Kenny Porter talking about Errol and Mikey was only gonna sell 10,000 pay-per-view. What did he say with Kenny? I used to be looking at some of these niggas I used to watch like, dog. Did I really used to watch this banana head ass nigga, man? He let Kenny Porter call in and take over his whole show. You know what I'm saying? I be sitting there like, I really used to listen to these dudes, man. Like, I feel ashamed, bro. I feel ashamed. Like when Mulan, they found out Mulan was a girl. I feel ashamed that I even put this shit in my energy, in my universe, bro. I feel ashamed. I even listen to niggas, used to talk to niggas. Like, man, I feel ashamed. Pick a side. Pick a side. Me personally, I don't like the fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like it. But can I do what they do? Yeah. Watch this. I could do what they do if I wanted to. If I was a crusty, buck-headed turtle wax head like Fanon or blue or hey boy, blue black sports TV. I bet what another one. Nah, today, come on, man. Motherfucker sound like Shanae on crack. I can do what they do. Guess what? Terrence Crawford fighting Kell Brook. When Errol Spence fought Kell Brook, Kell Brook was coming off a loss, an eye injury. He was coming down 2 weight classes with 13 pounds. He didn't get a tune up. All right. Him fighting Bud, he coming down 1 weight class. He coming off multiple victories. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, his both of his eyes healed up. Easy. Easy as pie. Easy as pie. See, I flipped that. If I can do them. He beat a better version of Kell Brook than Errol Spence did. But if I wanted to be like them, I'll push a narrative like that. They gonna go into the fight. They gonna say, "Oh, Kell Brook gonna beat him," and Crawford ain't never faced a puncher. You see, he was giving Errol a run for his money. Errol going there, Terrence going there, and boop, bop, 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 shoot, bop, 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 bang. Oh man, it was overrated. Kell Brook took a dive. Oh, Crawford need to be drug tested. I'm just like, dude. I'm like, dude, I'm like, this man make y'all so mad that he won't talk to y'all. Just to me, it sounds like something sexual. That's all my shit. You still on something sexual, dude. Like, if he beat Kell Brook, like, it really don't mean much. It's just to be another knockout. If he get the knockout on his resume, he been knocked out 5 or 6 welterweights now. I'm not tripping about it. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to say it's not a fight that I'm looking forward to, pandemic or no pandemic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking forward to it. He should win. He got better foot. Him and Keith Thurman to thrive versus guys like Kell Brook. Kell Brook don't have no feet. You know what I'm saying? Well, I like to see him make Kell Brook knock Kell Brook out, make him quit. I mean, yeah, but you know what? Good fella rather see. Good fella rather see Kell Brook and Amir Khan fight a 1-1, and if they split it, fight a rubber match. Good fella pay £20 for that. I'd rather see Amir Khan and Kell Brook just fight each other. That's it. I ain't gonna never fake the fun. Somebody talk about Pacquiao. What you talking about? He said, "Bring the most hate by narrative dudes is usually reserved for me and CJ." I don't, like I said, I don't hate none of these motherfuckers that much. Like, I'm not gonna just, if Errol Spence end up beating Danny Garcia impressively, you gotta tip your hat off to him. Like, nigga flew through a window and he beating out Danny Garcia, especially if he stop him. I mean, then he's submitting himself as the #1 welterweight. He doing something that nobody done before. So when you fight guys like Kell Brook and you fight guys like Sean Porter and Danny Garcia and Keith, you got to do something that ain't been done before. That's the thing about it. A loss don't mean nothing, you know what I'm saying? But when you got guys that continue like Sean and Danny Garcia to show that they are average, you know what I'm saying? That they fight up and down to their competition, they barely win, they barely lose, depending on who they fight. Then the only way you can do extraordinary things versus average welterweights or average fighters or just slightly above average is do extraordinary things. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence got to stop that guy. Even if he fight Keith Thurman, he got to stop him. He fight Lipinets or Qdoba, he got to stop him. You got to do what you're supposed to do. What Crawford is doing, he making a statement. Every welterweight he fight, he got to stop him. Because the level of opponent he fighting, he got to look good doing it against him. He got to keep some type of excitement. Terrence Crawford name gonna fade away if he go out there and outpoint Terrence Crawford and don't Kell Brook and don't drop him. So Errol Spence, when he go fighting these guys now, you know what I'm saying? You know, since you're not taking O's at this point, now you got to take knockout records. Now you got to knock these motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? Now he at the point where people question his power, his discipline. You know, when you go and fight Danny Garcia, now he ain't had a knockout in a minute. Now you gotta go in here and knock his muffin top off. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's how people thinking. So, you know, Terrence Crawford too. Ain't no room for going out there and putting on a boxing clinic versus Kell Brook. We need a knockout. Oh, he said I mean Pac shit. Oh, I get it. You mean Pacquiao? I mean Pacquiao. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it should be a solid fight. You know, I wish all them dudes the best. You know what I'm saying? But let's move on. All right, now Gary Russell. I watched Scotty channel World Combat Sports. If you ain't watched it, he had Bill Haney on yesterday with a few dudes, and apparently Bill Haney. This is one thing I took away other than the main shit. Apparently, Bill Haney watches a lot of motherfuckers' channels and shit. Right? Now, Bill Haney ain't never said new media or media didn't matter. You know, that was it Tim Smith, a premier boxing champion, said that shit. We don't matter, right? And you know, he watched people's stuff, and you know, he confronted a few guys. He wasn't disrespectful about it. You know, he just came in and said what he had to say. But apparently, you know, what I told you guys to begin with before he unveiled it is that, you know, they offered Gary Russell something. Al Heyman didn't get back to him. And long story short, Al Heyman started negotiating Gamboa and Devin Haney, which I heard supposed to happen. I'm not sure what date it's going to happen on. I thought it was October 3rd, but somebody over there took that date too. So I don't know if they're going to do a double hit or whatever. But, you know, basically he said that, you know, Gary Russell never hit them back. Gary Russell going around here saying that they never hit him back, right? And what I understand is happening, it sounds like Al turned the fight down, you know? And he goes on to say in his little rant, he goes on to say that he want $2 million to fight Devin Haney, right? But he said he'd take 1.5 to fight Crawford. And he said, I'll fight Crawford for free because the fight with Crawford is personal and Crawford a bitch because Crawford never responded back to him and all this, that, and the third. My whole thing is you make no sense. Why would you take less money to go up 4 weight classes than to go up 2? Because he don't want to fight Devin Haney. He don't want to fight Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? When you a giant, you know, a midget don't bother you. And I said this in my video earlier about Gary Russell and Terrence, and I like Gary. You know, he cool dude. But I said I equated it to arguing with a woman. You gain nothing from arguing with a female. In the streets, in the house, it's an instant L. It's an unwinnable situation from a mother-son relationship, mother-daughter, girl, boy, girl, however you wife, husband, fiance, whatever the situation may be, unless you are a parent, you gain nothing from battling with a female. So when you get older, you actually start to master the art of patience. And I'm starting to master that as well too. When somebody called me on the video, people send it to me, I don't care. I don't care. And that's how Crawford is. You gain nothing from arguing with Gary Russell. To William, salute. You gain nothing from doing it. If you're going back and forth with Gary Russell, what does it gain you? Nothing. He don't bring a huge fan base. So it means nothing. He jump up 4 weight classes. You beat him down. Your needle moves neither way. Neither way. What do you get for it? Would the WBO sanction that bullshit? Probably not. So now you're wasting a voluntary on him. So what do you gain from a featherweight jumping up? He ain't Henry Armstrong. You gain nothing. But now, I'll fight him for free. Anytime a motherfucking fighter say that, man, you know they bullshit. You know they bull. Anytime a fighter say, "Oh, I'll fight him for free," come on. That's how you know a nigga bullshitting. Oh man, I ain't really mean that. No, ain't nobody fighting nobody for free. Ain't nobody going in there paying for a training camp, paying for all the expenses, and going in there and fighting for free. Well, I'll take 1.5 to fight Terrence Crawford. I bet Crawford responded with, "Oh no, I wanted 3.5." Or, "Oh man, come on, Gary Russell ain't trying to fight nobody, bro." You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'll take. Oh, it's gonna be 2 million on Devin Haney. Like, why? Because Devin Haney making 2 his next fight. At some point, there got to be some separation between challenger and champion, right? There got to be some separation between challenger and champion. So with Devin Haney being the champion, don't he deserve? Don't he deserve to make at least 500,000 more? Why should Gary Russell jump up 2 weight classes and challenge a champion and get the same payday? Seriously, why should it? Well, why? Once again, what do Devin Haney got to gain by beating Gary Russell? People say, well, Jay Sosa boxing. Well, he got a name on his resume. But he got a featherweight. He beat up a 5'5", 5'4" featherweight. People gonna say, "Oh, he beat up a featherweight, and he supposed to do that, and he still ain't did better than T.O. Ryan beat Luke Campbell. T.O. He fighting T.O. Like, it's to the point where, you know what I'm saying? Gary Russell would sound like he cashing out. Sound like he doing the Ricky Dial. It sound like he doing the Ricky Dial. How Ricky Dial sold that dream to all the niggas in the box community. I'll move up 2 weight classes and beat Lomachenko. Got in there and got whooped on. He got whooped on. I can see Gary Russell post fight versus Terrence Devin. I jumped up a little bit too high. I felt if I could have got it at a catch weight. Yeah, I already know. I done seen this happen so many times in boxing, dude. Motherfucker gonna be talking about my hand hurting. I had a pinched nerve in my neck in the 3rd round. I couldn't continue on. Come on, man. Come on. I'm tired of seeing motherfuckers. Y'all think I'm Henry Armstrong. Big meat. Nigga, you ain't no Henry Armstrong. Nigga, that's one of the greatest fighters of all time. He said Gary Russell technically a champion. No, he ain't. He ain't no champion at lightweight. Shit. He ain't no champ. You going up to lightweight. You ain't no champ. Shit. You challenging me. I didn't go looking for your little ass if I'm Devin Haney or Crawford. I didn't go looking for you. You supposed to be looking for Warrington. You supposed to be looking for, you know what I'm saying, Frampton, Marias, shit, guys like that. Now all of a sudden he basically, I'm on side with Bill because that's what my people told me. Like shit, Al Heyman said, come on, just do the math. How did they go from talking Gary to Devin? I'll take questions at the end, but salute to Mario Cruz. How they go from talking Gary Devin to Gamboa and Devin? Just answer that question. He said Gary is not a lightweight champion, bro. And if he do jump up 2 weight classes, he's gonna vacate that belt. So is he a champion once he vacate the belt? Because the WBC is not gonna let a Negro jump up 2 weight classes, defend the belt, and come back down. Come on, he ain't gonna be a champion if he fight. They're gonna strip him. So spare me, please spare me. But answer that question. How do Al Heyman go from discussing Devin Haney? Go from discussing Devin Haney Gary to discussing Devin Haney Gamboa. How does that work? How? How does that work? We're talking about doing Devin and Gary, and all of a sudden, Al Heyman go from doing Gamboa. It sounds like Gary Russell got some snakes on his plane. It sounds like Al Heyman ain't for Gary Russell. So all I'm asking is this simple question. This no insider information. This common sense. Like the rapper, common sense. How do you go from talking Devin and Gary to Gamboa and Devin? Ask me that question. How do they do that? Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. How do they do that? Because Al Heyman ain't on Team Gary Russell, bro. And we can say, oh, it's a coincidence. But Joey Spencer fighting on TV, but it's Olympic brother not fighting on TV. Ask me that question. It ain't no coincidence, bro. Not only Gary Russell suffering, his whole family suffering at the hands of Al Heyman. His little brother signed to Al Heyman on the Chitlin circuit. One of the best prospects, if not the best prospect in boxing. Jerron Ennis fighting on Showtime. He beat Jerron Ennis like 3 or 4 times in the amateurs. Jerron Ennis is signed to Cameron Duncan, a makeshift promotional company. Gary Anton Russell signed to Al Heyman, and he fighting on the Chitlin circuit. Michael Fox even fighting on FS1. What about Gary Anton Russell? Joey Spencer out here fighting on TV. So what did the Russells do to Al Heyman? That's what you got to ask yourself. Gary came up with the idea, and Devin came up with the idea to fight each other. All of a sudden, Al Heyman said, "Damn, I got a better idea. How about you fight Gamboa?" Anton Russell real good. The one at Ford, he beat up Ennis like 7 times, like 4 times, excuse me. So answer that question. I'm telling you, man, Gary Russell, man, Al Heyman ain't for him. I don't know what he did to him, but and then he asked fans to boycott Leo Santa Cruz and Gervonta Tank Davis. Davis said in an interview with Brian Custer that Gary too small and Gary don't sell, and basically he said that Leo and Tank don't sell, and fans don't need to buy that, and fans need to boycott the fight. And he said me and Tank can fight at the Redskins Stadium or anywhere in the DMV, and it's gonna sell 140. So he basically said boycott. I wasn't paying for that shit no way, because that's some bullshit. You got 2 motherfuckers who don't want to fight nobody. Gervonta don't want to fight Devin. He don't want to fight T.O. He don't want to fight Loma. He don't want to fight Burchett. All right. And then you got Leo, who didn't want to fight Regan Dial, who didn't want to fight his shadow, who, didn't want to give Frampton his rubber match. Like, come on, man. You be damned if you get money out of me. You ain't about to be my PIMP. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather watch a wood burn than watch them 2 clowns fight each other. They the 2 biggest ducks that you've seen thus far. Come on, man. They're the biggest ducks of all time. Leo Santa Cruz legitimately ran from fucking Rigondeaux out. Oscar De La Hoya is about to make the fight. He said, can I save Al Heyman? I want to be saved. Al Heyman came in and stopped the Rigondeaux and Leo Santa Cruz fight. People said, well, I don't feel bad for Leo and his dad. Man, I don't feel bad. Ain't got shit to do with me. I'm trying to see the best fight the best. And this motherfucker ran from Gary Russell to move up and beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Adam Myers was going to fight Gervonta Davis, never wanted to fight Gary Russell, even though Gary Russell knocked the motherfucker who knocked him out. Ain't nobody trying to hear that, bro. All these motherfuckers got excuses. They got excuses by the pound. Come on, man. Down to lower weight class, you can't afford to duck and Tank go around. I'm the cash cow. Nigga, you the cash cow. Like, nigga, you making $1 million acting like you making 100 million. This is a lose-lose situation, bro. But it is what it is. Y'all want to pay? I ain't, I wouldn't mind seeing Gary Russell get knocked out at all. He said it's crazy, Michael Rogers, how you can always recognize who Tank won't fight, but you're Ray Charles when it comes to who Bud ducking. Who Bud ducking? Nobody. Who Bud ducking? Before I boot Michael Rogers, who Bud ducking? Who he ducking? Come on, Michael Rogers, before I boot you. Who he ducking? Come on. Thought so. Thought so. Niggas be killing me, dog. Oh, Bud's ducking this guy, that guy. Like, Keith ain't get a contract. Oh, I fought Pacquiao. Danny ain't get a contract. Oh, no. Errol been contacted. Oh, I'm going to go the easy route. Fuck out of here. Pussy. Probably was Negro 178. I'll smack the fuck out of both of them hoe ass niggas. I can't stand them niggas, dog. They responsible for niggas like Fred and Blue Bloods, Force TV. Them niggas need to catch the COVID-19 and die. I said it. Real talk. They need to catch COVID, man. COVID-19 ain't took nobody that need to be taken this year. Yeah. Take one of them niggas, man. Destroying the box community, making only fans pages and shit. Nobody trying to see CeeLo Green fucking Beverly Rose. I still think Tank will get Leo. He should get Leo. I mean, that ain't even debatable. If he don't knock out Leo Santa Cruz, then shit. I see why he don't want to fight Lomachenko. I'm just trying to figure out why he don't want to fight Gary Russell. Like, you bigger than him. I'm telling you, man, Floyd telling him you ain't gotta fight no black people. Floyd saying you ain't gotta, all you can just be Hispanics. You ain't gotta fight no Ukrainian. That's all he's saying. That's Floyd doing. Floyd just a hoe too, dog. It is what it is. It is what it is. I said what I said, Kid Bud, and I said it with my chest. Big salute. Yeah, man. Motherfuckers ain't got shit better to do on a Friday night. I said what I said. I don't give a fuck. Many man wish death upon me. COVID in my ass, and nigga, I can't see. I'm just trying to suck Errol Spence cock and be who I be. The niggas trying to take my life away. CJ put a hole in me, cause I don't know boxing and I can't see. Fuck them niggas. I can't stand none of them hoe ass niggas. That clown said Al won't give them to me. You ain't lying. Al. Al. Please, Al, don't let Lomachenko get me. Please, man. Please, Al. Let me in the house. Let me in. Let me in, Al. Mr. Officer, we ain't did nothing wrong. Come on, man. Let me in, Al. Please, Al. Terrence Crawford out here. He a big bad motherfucker. When he see me, he try to bite me. Get the fuck out of here, man. These niggas just pussies, man. They just destroying the sport that I grew up on. That was about, it was just about a real nigga affair, bro. Like, only major fights I remember not happening was like Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe. That was just some pussy shit. That was Riddick Bowe was before his time on that one. People be praising Riddick Bowe for dropping his belt in the trash can. It was just before his time. That was just before his fucking time. If Riddick Bowe did that shit in this era, oh man, Riddick Bowe, my favorite fighter, dog. You see how he dropped that belt in the trash can, dog? He don't need no WBC, dog. That's he don't need no WBC, dog. Man, they probably be praising Errol Spence. Yeah. Errol don't need no WBC, dog. He ain't got to fight no Terrence Crawford, dog. You feel me, dog? He don't need no belt. Errol Spence bigger than the belt. His last pay-per-view did 157,000, dog. Come on, man. They be praising that nigga too, man. But let's move on, man. Canelo, Billy Joe Saunders. I heard that's what the zone pushing for. They want Canelo to take a pay cut down to $15 million, but they give him equity, and then he'll be fighting Triple G and Cinco de Mayo. I guess they have fans. Triple G sketched in to fight November 7th versus Camille Zamata. So basically, they want Canelo to fight Billy Joe Saunders. All right, they don't want him to fight Callum Smith no more. They say Callum Smith ain't got enough notoriety. I guess they still want to break ground with the Zone UK with Billy Joe Saunders and Canelo Alvarez. It's a take it or leave it deal for Canelo, or Canelo won't fight this year, but they really want him to fight Billy Joe Saunders, and they gonna pay him $15 million. I mean, $15 million in a pandemic ain't bad, but it's not known if Canelo gonna take the deal where they can be able to come with a compromise, but he'll get equity in the company instead of getting his extra $17 million. So I mean, I'm not sure if he's gonna fight Billy Joe Saunders. I'm hearing the dates could be November. Was it shit? I got it wrote down. Give me a minute. Glad I did write it down. It could be November 14th, December 5th, December 12th. So those are 3 dates. If he fight November 14th, Triple G will fight November 7th. I also heard. So November will be packed with boxing. So I mean, it's up to him. Take it or leave it. Or he won't fight this year. But the Billy Joe Saunders fight, I think he should stop Billy Joe. If he can stop Kovalev, he can stop Billy Joe. But can he drain Billy Joe is the question. Billy Joe really was a 60-pounder at 68. He'd be fighting for Billy Joe's WBO belt. So I'm not sure exactly what else the Zone got kicking up. But pretty much that's it. Also heard Ryan Garcia could be fighting November 7th versus Luke Campbell in LA. I'm going to guess that probably won't have fans in attendance. Also, Jaime Munguia could be coming back October 3rd versus Torian Johnson. Like I said, I heard Devin is going to go ahead and fight. York is getting bullish from what I'm hearing. I don't know if they got something to do with Golden Boy or not, or what's going on there. But if you got some questions, I'll answer them. Somebody asked me earlier, I think Mr. Cruz, Mario Cruz asked me earlier, who beats Canelo from 60 to 68? I think that was his question. Pretty much nobody. I mean, if I had to if somebody say, all right, you get to pick 3 fighters that can beat Canelo from 60 to 68, I probably would go Jamal, Benavidez, and Caleb Plant would probably be the 3 I'll go with. You know what I'm saying? Honorable mention, Triple G. So those would be the 3 guys I roll with to beat him at 160 to 168 pounds. But yep, that's the kind of guys I probably work with. But I go with. But any other questions, I'll answer them. Gary Russell can be the next Henry Armstrong, same height, just a thought. Man, I mean, maybe he could. You might be right. Maybe he could. Maybe I'm underestimating him. But I just seen him get pushed back by King Tug the whole fight. So I mean, maybe he could go up there and beat on Terrence Crawford. Who the fuck knows? Stranger things that happened in 2020. He ain't no Henry Armstrong though. To you right now, he don't even got the dip or Gary Russell is not a slick fighter at all. You know what I'm saying? Any more questions? If no more questions, I'm gonna roll out. I'm gonna give y'all a minute for ask more questions. I don't really care to watch the Rockets game. I know who's gonna win that game. It's hard to choke. You forgot about Andrade. Yeah, he could be in there too, but they ain't gonna prove him. But let me get out of here. Appreciate y'all. Keep sharing the videos. I'm out.